Alrighty guys, well we're back to the house pad, and this video here is going to kind of marry up to where the last video ended. We're starting to cut in this driveway. In the last video you seen I had already cut the driveway in with the exception of near the ditch line, and if you've been following me you'll know that there's a 10-inch high pressure gas main that I'm going to have to cross here, and it's only about 24 inches deep. So I've got to really be easy and take my time here and go really slow over this. But basically, as I mentioned, this is going to marry up to the last video, and this is going to be just me. I believe this first section of video is going to be a time lapse where I'm using the 953 to go in and um, basically cut out the ditch, cut the slope from the ditch, and start cutting it back towards the house pad. I've got to be careful because of that main. And as you'll see here in a little bit, I actually take a shovel and I dig down. I think I forgot to remove the camera out of the time lapse video. So, but basically, I dig down and I find the gas main just to check my depth to see how far I am above it. And I'm about 8 inches above. Now, again, we're going to add some rock to this, as you'll see here a little bit later. So we'll get a little bit more coverage, but very tedious and and a fair amount of pucker factor uh, going and cutting this section in here. And again, this ties into the driveway that I cut in the last video. So anyway, we're going to be very careful and start cutting this in. Alrighty, guys. Well, because I failed to take the camera out of time lapse mode, uh, I'll have to narrate this. But basically, what I'm saying is I have to cut ditches down each side of this cut here that I just cut in, and you'll see right here. I'm digging down to find the main just to see how deep I am. So when I cut those ditches down, I don't want to hit it. But so anyway, I'm just digging down here, and I actually do find the main, and I'll lay a piece of rebar down and use a measuring tape and measure it, and it's right at 8 inches down. So by the time I get some rock on top of it, it will be over a foot, and that's kind of what the gas company was wanting. So anyway, hey. All right, guys, as you can see, we've got progress going on here. I'm up here cutting this circle drive in, and I was using the 850, but this ground has gotten so stinking hard, with the exception of one spot down here, and I'll show you. It's really soft and kind of muddy there, so I took it down a little bit deeper, but the rest of this, I mean, it's in the high 90s right now. The rest of this is just rock solid. It's just powder. So anyway, I put some dirt up around the perimeter of the pad on the north side, so I can kind of see how this circle drive is going to work out. But anyway, I've got it shaped. The ground's so hard, so I'm going to use a loader to go in there and kind of use the teeth as rippers and kind of rip some of that up. Try that again. It's about to fly off there. I get to the point of using a 850 again to cut it, I'll put you back out there.
For the ocean, I'm at the bottom of the sea.
Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I have ate enough dirt today for 100 people. So anyway, everything's pretty well roughed in. I've got to do just a little bit more cleanup, like pull back on that slope a little bit there and clean that up. And you know, I could probably pull them tracks out there, but where that's going to be graveled anyway. Had to clean that ditch line out. I had to get this down a little further to get enough coverage over it. Still, there's not as much coverage as I wanted, but fingers crossed. I'm gonna tell them to concrete that the upstream side, so to speak. I tried to put a little bit of ditching in here
down both sides, but again, you know, over like, you know, over here this is humped a little bit, and you know, there as well, but I mean, I'm probably within 5 inches or so through here of that line, so fingers crossed that it won't get exposed. But yeah, good grief, pull some of that out of there, don't I? But anyway, I concentrated on this, and whoops, what happened? Here we go. This whole ground's so stinking hard and brittle, and kept wanting to break off, and so not the cleanest by any means, but this down here was really soft, and I think it's because there's a bit of a low spot through here. Probably got just a little bit deep down here, but all in all, it cleaned up pretty good. I was able to get the majority of this dirt put along that slope, made that look a lot better. I've got that big pile there, and this is usable. That little pile's all sod, so anyway, like I said, all in all, not too shabby. I'll haul all that dirt and put it along this back side, along the west side here, and also on the south side. Make a nice slope like that. We may not even have to buy any. Y'all, dust everywhere. May not even have to buy any soil, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, that's right down in here, man. It was really softer. So anyway, like I said, I went and cut it down a little bit. And this, I think I said, there's kind of a bit of a swell right here, and I think it's had water setting in here. Is the reason why I didn't want it to be a, you know, soft spot, so I cut her down a little bit more, so it ought to be just fine. All right, good morning, guys. Well, I started hauling some gravel into that house pad that I've been building. I haven't recorded anything as of yet, but I thought I would kind of start recording here. The quarry that I am hauling out of is not too awful far away, 8 miles or so. But its quarry is set up on the honor system, which is unique. I've never been into a quarry that had the honor system set up, so I'll show you when we get down here. But basically this morning, when I got there, I checked my tare weight, got it written down, and so you go down into the hole, he loads you up, you come up, you pull on the scale, you get out, you go inside the building, you fill your own weight ticket out. He wants it rounded to the nearest 100, so they don't have any half numbers or anything like that. So if it's above 50, then it goes up, and 50 or below goes down, you know. But anyway, so he's probably maybe going to lunch here. I'm going to be sitting for a minute. But anyway, I mean, getting it moved around and what have you. And he said something about the crusher being, I guess it's a mobile crusher. I guess it's been down or something. So, but again, kind of a neat setup here. And anyway, I don't know if that was him. He may be going to get lunch. So, but anyway, I'll pick you up here and we'll go down into the hole and we'll see how long it takes before he gets back. If that was him. First is they call it a 2.5-inch clean rock. So I'm laying it down first, and then I'll cap it off as regular 1-inch base rock they call it here. But you'll take a few loads and try to get that culvert in. Culvert in as well and get it gravelled in. So I'll have to do some hand raking on it. So, like I said, this is an old story. I think it's been open and closed several times. Wasn't there the other day. Lots of limestone. Two scoops at me. That's been about 15.5 tons, which is about spot on. Kawasaki. Nice old boy. Cat 988F, and there's a Komatsu sitting there. 450 LC deer over here. To my right. See, none of this rock was here. They made a shot, like I said, blew this out here. So they're trying to get her marked up. Scale board on the outside, but it's can't really read it, so I don't want to screw them or myself, either one. So anyway, old Cody leaving. $53,620. And we're hauling 2.5 inch. Our gross is 53,620. My tear is 23. So 53,620 minus 23, 30,620. Now 15.3 ton on that one. But that's kind of the way it goes. I'll take the bottom two and leave the top two. So got to put the location on there. Then I guess they go and figure them up. Figure them up later. And they'll go in and bill the customer. I dropped this little pile here intentionally because if you look, I need to take some of this and smooth in there, and I'll take some of this and push down there. You can see I set myself off to that side when I done the slope for the driveway entrance down there, and I just went ahead and ran it out. So I need to take some of this and shove down there anyway. So, but this will give this size rock will give this a good nice base, because as you can see, I mean, it's all topsoil for the most part, but this stuff's hard, so that's why they had this rock available. It's not too awful expensive. That's why I went ahead and done this without using a bunch of material, because the time I put this down, they're not going to have any massive weight on it anyway, so it's going to be pickups and cars. So, but like I said, I'll take the loader in here and I'll just kind of move that around a little bit. We're 5 or 6 inches deep there, so next load we'll probably come back. I may come over here, take that on around, and then, or I'll come in here, set this up and make a quick trip through, make a quick pass through here, because I don't want to get it too deep in here. So I'll probably pour the coals to it coming through here just to get some rock over here, and then just overlap slightly, work it on out. But it's coming together. And then with the culvert, I'll put culvert down there. I'll use base rock on it. They didn't have any 2-inch base rock, so I'll have to use 1 inch. Put around that culvert. Wish I had a water, you know, wish I had there's a hydrant over here, but I don't have any hoses or anything to stretch over that. It'd be nice to put that base rock around that culvert and then saturate it, but I'll just take the loader over it and come down and see if I can't get it. And then I've got those spade shovels as well. So anyway, get back after it. Drop it right on top of that pipe and not on the side of it. I was about to get out past my past the end of my culvert, so I had to move up, scoot over a little. So I'll take the loader and work this around a little bit, but they're going to have the concrete guy concrete this on the uphill side, or the upstream side, so to speak. So that way we don't have any issues, because they say there's a crap ton of water that comes down through here. So I think it'd be it would probably be wise of them to do that. So, and let me change my battery. I'll be right back. Well, nothing extravagant. I don't have but about 5 or 6 inches of cover, at least 6 inches of coverage over it, so I don't want to push it down anymore because it's gonna settle once it gets some rain on it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll go ahead and take the 850, back drag some of this, kind of help fill in some of that spot over there, back drag and spread the rest of this gravel out, and then we'll see what the weather does. But I may end up by loading some of this dirt up and getting around the perimeter of the pad, see how that all plays out.